Welcome to Edge Unscripted. Listen along for candid conversations with the Edge marketing team on a variety of subjects in the world of PR and marketing, and other topics that have our attention. Let's go off script. Welcome to our pilot episode. This is us sharing the informal conversations we have around our virtual water cooler, some work-related, some not. Your hosts today are Mary Obregon and Jennifer Marsnick, and we're excited to get started.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Jennifer. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing well.
Good.
I'm doing well.
Here we are doing
Yeah.
our first episode of a podcast.
Woohoo! Pilot episode.
We've been talking about it for a while, so we're excited to get started.
Yeah.
I thought we should start by introducing ourselves to our audience, to our followers, our friends who might be listening in. Mary, what do you want people to know about you?
Well, my name's Mary Obregon. I am from New York. I joined Edge about 4, almost 5 years ago, and does not feel like it should be that long, but it is. I didn't intend on getting into this industry. I didn't know where I'd end up, but I am so glad that I did. Joining the Edge team, I've learned so much about the industry and marketing in general, and it's just been really great. Outside of marketing, I just enjoy baking, spending time with my family, and that's pretty much the gist of it for me. Do you want to introduce yourself, Jennifer?
Awesome. I do. Yeah, I'm Jennifer Marsnick. I have been with Edge Marketing for a really long time. I think I'm coming up on 19 years.
Oh my goodness.
That's forever, but it's been a really great journey. I really enjoyed the world of consulting for all of these years. I love the variety that it brings. I love working with a lot of different clients in different sectors. It's been a lot of fun. I live in the Twin Cities outside of Minneapolis, Minnesota. I am a Minnesota girl my whole life. I've lived here, and outside of work, I'm a huge sports fan. I love all Minnesota sports. Twins and the Vikings and the Wild and the Wolves and all the sports in the Minnesota University of Minnesota. Follow all their sports, and I enjoy playing golf in the summer. So I keep busy with all those things and other things too. But those are some of my main interests and hobbies. And for folks who don't know Edge Marketing, or might just be getting to, maybe you just stumbled on our podcast and you're not even sure where we came from. Edge Marketing came to be in 2007 when Amy Dewars founded the agency from a predecessor agency called Legal Voice. And Accounting Voice was another agency specializing in PR and marketing services for companies reaching the accounting and the legal spaces. And it's always been our specialty, our kind of niche. We're boutique and focus on those professional services areas. And we have a lot of expertise in our team, a lot of really great, talented individuals who have been with our team for a long time. Mary, you're the newbie at only 5 years.
Yeah.
But we obviously love having you and your perspective. There's always something fresh and new in this world. So having somebody who's a little bit younger with a fresh new take on things has been really great for all of us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Learning from all of the people on the Edge team who have been in the industry for so long has been so interesting, because every time we're on a team call and a name is mentioned, or everyone always knows the name. And then I'm starting to learn and catch on as time goes on, but it really just shows that you guys all have been in the industry for long enough, even if you weren't all together from the start, that everyone in this industry knows each other. And it is so niche and small, but that's what I like about it. It is a smaller industry that is just built up on the same people and the same connections. And yeah, it's been interesting to learn alongside everyone.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And our agency itself has evolved. We got started in PR, media relations, and that's always been a big part of what we do for our clients. also a wide range of marketing services, different
Mhm.
areas of support that clients need. Um, our scope of work for every client is a little bit unique based on where they are in their own journeys and what they need and who they're trying to reach and what they have
Mhm.
at their disposal. And that whole world has changed a lot too. Obviously, the what we do with digital marketing and content marketing today is not what we were doing
Mhm.
15 or 19 years ago when I started. And we even offer fractional CMO now, which has been really fun and a great way to engage with clients in a whole new way. So it's, yeah, the journey our agency has been on has been really, really great. And as you mentioned, we have a lot of expertise on our team and we all work together. It's
Mhm.
great that we are able to collaborate so much for the benefit of our clients. We all can tap into each other when we need advice or different ideas. We're a great team for brainstorming. That's always fun.
Yeah, and coming into it not really knowing much about the industry, I was a little nervous, and I just felt like everyone was so welcoming and eager to share their knowledge and help me learn the industry. So, being on a team like that where they'll build you up instead of pushing you down is just really great, also. Makes you feel a little more comfortable, less nervous, and more eager to learn in that
Yeah.
instance. So, it's been a great journey so far for me in my short 5 years.
Well, speaking of learning, we're both learning something new with this podcast, right?
Yes,
What are we even
exactly.
doing here?
I know. How did we get here? I did not think that we would start a podcast, but here we are.
Here we are. And in fact, it was in a team meeting. We actually were all together in person a few months ago and having some great conversations like we always do. And
Mhm.
found ourselves always wanting to continue the conversation because we always have a lot to share
Mhm.
and realized that we had an opportunity to just use another medium to connect with our clients and our friends in the space. And I think it's exciting to be doing something new, even though we have no idea what we're doing. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, and it's also very different being virtual because there's so many podcasts where people sit down together in a room and record with microphones and headphones, and we don't have that opportunity since we're all in different places, but I do think it is a great way to learn since a lot of people are virtual now. That's another added feature of this podcast journey that we didn't anticipate, but we're working on it. We're getting there. Technology is a friend and a foe in some ways.
It's true. We're going to do the best we can with what we have right now.
Yeah.
But we're talking about a lot of different topics like we always
Yes.
do. And realize that sometimes just a short little clip or the articles we write each month, we have a newsletter that goes out to our clients and we take turns writing a kind of a feature article addressing some
Mhm.
trending topic. And we started doing video clips to introduce
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
last year, which was fun. And that was another thing we said left us wanting a little bit more, just realizing that
Mhm.
audio and video is just a more engaging way to get the content. And we do have everyone on our team has great ideas and insights on any number of topics. And I think this is just going to be a fun way for us to stay connected with each other and share some of those insights
Yeah.
with this new medium, this new channel that's out there. I mean, videos everywhere, right?
Yeah. Video is everywhere, and I think it is just a better way for people to engage sometimes because you can put the video on and listen and multitask, and I feel like a lot of people in today's society like to do that, get multiple things done at once, go buzzing for a second to get my train of thought. Everyone's moving so fast because time is changing so quickly and everything's evolving so rapidly, especially with technology. And I think that is why video is becoming a bigger medium. People want to just have that af- availability to watch and do things as they're doing another multitask.
Yeah. When we've even seen, look how much social media has changed
Hmm.
in the last several years. It used to just be posts or text that you'd put in a post. And today, I feel like most of the social platforms really focus on video content. Instagram is
Yeah.
prioritizing reels. Even LinkedIn pushes its new video feed a lot. Just all the algorithms are really favoring video. So
Hmm.
why not take
Yeah.
advantage of it, get in on it, and use it as another channel for sure. And podcasts, right? That's a
Yeah.
whole other thing.
Yeah. They podcasts are big. And I know listening is a main form of the podcast, just having an audio file and listening to that on Apple or Spotify, things like that. But there are a lot of podcasts that also do video. So I'm not sure if that's going to become bigger as more people do video and audio. But we're here to test it out as well because we're doing both. So we're trying it
Yeah,
out.
we are, which is a little bit nerve-wracking, right?
Hmm.
Because I found myself going, "Oh, I'm having a bad hair day. Do I really want to be on video?" But you know what? We are unscripted on this
Hmm.
podcast and we are authentic, and that means sometimes we may not look our best, but we're going to be here
Yeah.
chatting it up, doing what we can to share knowledge on different things.
Yeah. And just be real with our followers and listeners and understanding that, hey, not everyone's perfect. AI may be making everyone perfect now, but we're not going to be jumping on that just yet. You got to still stay authentic. So here we are
Yeah.
on our podcast journey of Edge Unscripted.
That's right. I was looking at podcasting, Mary, just when we were getting started in
Mhm.
this and how much it's grown
Yeah.
as a medium in general. And I think that just like you said, the audio versions of it, I wasn't even thinking about it. You and I both work remotely,
Hmm.
but I read that most podcasts are 20 to 40 minutes in length.
Hmm.
And do you know why that particular duration is the most common for
No,
most podcasts?
no.
It is the average length of commutes.
Oh, that makes so much
So
sense.
yeah, if you're on a long road trip, you might
Hmm.
listen to an audiobook or something. But I think that people look for shorter, more easily digestible content
Hmm.
when they're driving or on the train and they
Yeah.
want something that's will just fill that time where they also can multitask. They're probably scrolling or catching up on email or any number of things.
Yeah.
But like you said, multitasking, it's a good way to get some extra
Hmm.
info.
Yeah, that's so interesting because I do know my friends will commute on the train and subway or bus, and they do listen to podcasts. And one of my friends will get upset if she forgets her headphones and she's like, darn it, I can't listen to a podcast episode today. So it does totally make sense now that you say it. I never thought of it on my own, though, why that's the
Yeah.
link. Yeah, well,
So speaking of podcasts, what are some of your favorites? Do you listen to podcasts?
I listened to a few. I listened to Kylie Kelsey's, and it's not coming to my brain right now, the name of it. But I have listened to a couple of episodes because I do really like her. And I think that she's very authentic and just says it how it is, which is my favorite kind of podcast. But I did get into it listening to some crime podcasts because I do enjoy a little bit of that sometimes, TV wise, movie wise, book wise, and then podcasts. I found them and I would just listen to those occasionally as well.
That was my entry. My
Mm,
introduction to podcasts as well was true crime. A friend of mine recommended a true
yeah.
crime podcast, and I just got hooked. But
Hmm.
like you, I like those kind of books. I like a little thriller.
Hmm.
And I think that those podcasts do a really good job of hooking you,
Hmm.
getting your attention, and leave you wanting more each time. So we'll do that. I'm like you too, though. I like some of the celebrity podcasts. I think they're fun and lighthearted and
Hmm.
give you a chance to just see or hear a different side of people. And
Yeah.
like you said, the ones that are just really laid back and authentic. I like it when they're interviewing somebody interesting who's got some
Hmm.
unique perspective to share, or just somebody who has their own interesting perspective. Maybe they're an expert in
Yeah.
psychology, or I like sports podcasts too, because I'm a big sports fan. So I
Yeah,
listen to
that's
some of
true.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? What can our listeners expect from Edge Unscripted?
Definitely a lot of topics. We have some guests that we want to bring on. I think that we'll get a lot of perspective from different areas too, like marketing, PR, media, and just hopefully even more than that. We're talking about events coming up as a team. So we've been discussing lots of different topics with that. So maybe we can get a guest on for that or talk about social media, just the different things that we do and services we offer, or any tips or tricks that we have up our sleeves, even discussing the articles you referenced earlier. So we each write an article every month for the newsletter, and maybe we can just have everyone come on and talk about those, make it a little bit, get a bit of a deeper knowledge of those than those quick clips we're doing on LinkedIn. So,
I
um,
love that.
yeah, what
Yeah, there
about?
is a lot there. And I think sometimes listening to someone talk about that topic is a little bit
Mhm.
more engaging than reading the article. And most of the articles we write aren't particularly long.
Mm-mm.
They'll only take a few minutes to read, but I mean, everyone on our team has some really great insights, and some of the
Mhm.
topics that we write about are really interesting. And I would like a deeper dive or just some more conversation around those. I think that's going to be really great. I think one of the things, interestingly, that I don't know if anyone's ever written about is podcasting.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think it's an area that is still new for us, but
Mhm.
certainly we are seeing more and more of it in the
Yeah.
industries we serve, where different experts and thought leaders have their own podcasts.
Mhm.
Different companies have podcasts where they're sharing knowledge among various subject matter experts on their teams and invite other people occasionally to come on. There was a great podcast I'd listened to a couple of years ago, Relativity, who you probably heard of in
Yes.
their e-discovery software provider. They had a couple women who created and were hosting something called the Stellar Women podcast. I don't know
Yes.
if it's still up and going or not, but they had some fascinating, really interesting guests from time to time.
Mhm.
And that was one that really got me interested because it was people, many of which are in the industries that we serve. So that
Mhm.
was near and dear to my heart. But just everybody has their own story. Everyone has an
Mhm.
interesting path and where they've gotten and perspective on any number of things. And they
Yeah.
selected who they believe to be stellar women to
Mhm.
share those journeys and those insights. And that was really an
Yeah.
interesting thing for me to listen to. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I do remember that because I think I had a couple of clients even and people I've seen on LinkedIn posting about it, and they were featured or just sharing it. And it's just a great way to, like you said, learn other people's stories. I just do find it so interesting because there's your LinkedIn profile and then there's listening to a podcast where you talk about yourself, which is so different. So yeah, hopefully we can do that for some of our listeners, put a face and a voice to some of what
Yeah,
we're writing on the website and some of the things that we're sharing as an agency. It'll just be very interesting for everyone to get that side to us.
it's true. I think our clients, our followers, people will get to know us a lot better
Hmm.
through this forum. Obviously, our bios are on the website, or like you said, we have our LinkedIn profiles. But you can get to know somebody's personality a little bit better, and I certainly enjoy those personal connections that I make with clients and friends in the industries that we've been supporting for a long time. So it's just
Yeah,
always fun to stay connected, and this is one more way that we'll do
exactly.
it.
Yeah, it's great.
Excited that we're moving it forward, right?
Yeah, we're making our strides in the podcast world, and hopefully everyone follows us along on this journey because hopefully it'll be a long one. Hopefully we'll have plenty of episodes for everyone to join in on.
Yeah. So we will learn some things about podcasting as we
Hmm.
keep moving this forward, and we will share those insights with you. But bigger, we plan to, like Mary said, explore a whole lot of different topics. You'll be meeting all the members of the Edge team in
Hmm.
future episodes. Everybody will be coming on from time to time, sharing insights on any number of topics. There's some really big topics for us to explore. We'll do some deep dives on lots of ways to build your brand and increase engagement, whether it's through podcasting or other channels that you can use.
Mhm.
Some that are traditional, some that are a little bit more modern. But yeah, we're excited to get this going.
Yeah, I can't wait to continue. So this is going to be really fun.
Awesome. Well, good. For now, I think that's a wrap on our
Yeah.
pilot episode of Edge Unscripted. Be
Hmm.
sure to join us next time when the founder of Edge Marketing will go off script with us to talk about our agency's recent rebranding and our new initiatives around AI. We're pretty excited about where things are going and the impactful results that we're already seeing. And we're looking forward to Amy joining the conversation to talk more about all of that. Until then,
This has been Edge Unscripted. We appreciate you joining us and hope you enjoyed the conversation. Connect with us by leaving a comment and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.